This is Newcap Sports with Brett Morton.
Lloydminster Extreme had their home opener this afternoon as they hosted the Edmonton Warriors. The Extreme are 4-0-1 on the season, with the only loss coming in overtime. One of their 4 wins was against the Warriors, an 11-10 win in their first game of the season. Well, it was a good start for the Extreme. Already 3-0 after 20. Cody Capel here finds Brendan Russell backdoor. He fires at home. It's 4-0 for the Extreme. While the Warriors, they're going to finally be able to find the back of the net here. It's going to be Keelan Bradley who wires one home. It's 4-1. Well, 4-2 now, and the Extreme will get 2 goals back just 14 seconds apart. Capel will get the first one here as he beats the Warriors goalie to make it 5-2. Then it's going to be Terex Fisher-Kobus open in front, and he makes no mistake from there. The Extreme now up 6-2. Well, it's 6-3 now here, and Captain Brandon Peterson, he is going to put on a show. Watch this. He goes absolutely beast mode. Austin Inkster all over him, but he's going to continue to control the ball. Then he absolutely runs over the Warrior player there as he takes the ball up the floor. Inkster still draped all over Peterson. He's going to find Braden Cooper here, and he puts it home. The Extreme up 7-3. What a great individual effort there by Peterson to set up that goal. We're going to go to the third period now, and Noah Boussier will take a beating on this play. Gets cross-checked down to the ground there. He's going to get back up and gets another cross-check by an Extreme player, but he's able to score a goal. He cuts the Extreme lead to just 2. It's 7-5. We're going to jump ahead now. 9-7 for the Extreme. Keaton Pear will get his second of the game to cut the Extreme lead to just 1. The Warriors then would tie it up with 1 second left in the game on a questionable call that gave the Warriors ball possession, and this game would be decided in overtime. And in that extra frame, the Extreme are on a penalty kill. A big save there by Kyle Boyer, and Fisher-Kobus is able to pick up the loose ball here. He's going to fight off the one Warrior defender. He's going to come in and make the other defender look silly. He's able to beat the goaltender. The Extreme get a 10-9 win in overtime, improved to 5-0-1 on the season. They are back in action tomorrow against the Sherwood Park Titans, the team that beat them last week in an overtime. The game gets underway at 1 at the Russ Robertson Arena. Well, the puck is officially dropped on the RBC Cup here in the border city. Earlier today, the Trenton Golden Hawks and the Brooks Bandits took to the ice. We'll get to the highlights in a bit. But first, the Lloydminster Bobcats will get their first taste of action tonight. Nair Manise has more on what to expect from the Orange and Black as well as their first competition.
Well, I'm here with Trevor Redden, the play-by-play announcer for the Lloydminster Bobcats. Of course, a very exciting time right now. The Bobcats playing their very first game tonight for the RBC Cup. They are taking on the West Kelowna Warriors from the BCHL. First and foremost, let's talk about the Bobcats and their chances here. And who do you think would be the go-to player, who to watch in this game?
You know, it's obviously a team game. It's going to be a lot of players involved, but there's a few guys you look at. You look at Eric Benshadel and Brett Smythe, the playoff run that they had. They just brought it up to a whole new level in the postseason. They were a really impressive pair, along with Ryan Chenoweth on that line. I think they'll be big. And then I think guys, the Mulder line. Mulder's been paired with Zach Giroux, Connor Odeline a lot of the playoff run. They've been a very dependable team. Taylor Mulder's a guy who's been snake bitten quite a bit throughout this season, and he seems like he's the type of guy that when the stakes are high, he's going to be playing at a high level. He's going to perform in a physical way going to the net, and when he does, he usually gets rewarded. So I could see Taylor Mulder having a big impact this week.
Of course, looking at the captain, and when we turn our attention to the Warriors, they were the Cinderella team. They, knocked off the #1 team in their league. Very first national championship for them. They're going to be roaring to go. Who to watch on that team?
Well, one interesting thing to watch, you mentioned that Penticton series. Matthew Greenfield, their goaltender, was really strong for them, and he was a big part of that win. He's a little bit dinged up, as I understand, coming out of the Western Canada Cup. Keelan Williams started that last game as 6-0 win over Brooks. So either way, I think the goaltending is going to be strong. It'll be interesting to see whether it's Williams or Greenfield. But of course, close to home, Lashburn's Kyler Hope. He led the team in playoffs, scoring 24 points in 24 games. He's off to Alaska Fairbanks next year. It's his 20-year-old season, finishing up on the national stage in his hometown. I mean, he's going to rise to the occasion. It'll be a fun week for him and fun to watch.
And he'll have family in the audience, watching him. And finally, of course, talking about the Lloydminster Bobcats, they've had more than a month off from competitive hockey. You weigh the pros and cons of that. They will be well rested, but a little rusty. What do you think we should expect from them tonight? Very first game of the RBC Cup.
Yeah, I think we're going to see an extremely simple game in the first period. I mean, they've been trying to simulate game action as much as possible in practice, but you can only do so much against your own team, and you can never match a national championship level of play. So the first period is going to be an extremely simple game by the Bobcats. I'm sure Alex Leclerc is going to be tested a little bit early. He's going to get some quality chances. I would expect a high-flying team like West Kelowna. The Bobcats are going to need him to be sharp, and I expect he will be. And by the second, third period in Game 1, I think we're going to see the Bobcats team we saw in the playoffs.
And of course, this is going to be your very first national championship that you will be calling. All right, well, thank you so much, Trevor. And of course, the Lloydminster Bobcats getting their first action tonight. Puck drop for that game, 7:30.
And out of that opening game, the Brooks Bandits taking on the Trenton Golden Hawks. The Hawks will strike first here. Danny Hanlon gets by the defender, snipes one top corner. It's 1-0 Hawks after that goal there. Well, second period now, it's still 1-0 Trenton. They're going to add to the lead as Garrett Houston will want this Kevin Lavoie shot back as it goes in off his glove. It's 2-0. What an unfortunate bounce there for Brooks. Well, Brooks, they're going to look to get back into this one, and Jesse Perea picks up the loose puck, and he's going to use the Hawk Demon as a screen. Goes post and in. The Bandits cut the lead to 1. It's now 2-1 for Trenton there. Well, this pass here from ZJHL Rookie of the Year Cole Macker covers some ground as it finds Perea, and he will drop it to Kyler Nactigal, and he snipes at home. The Bandits tie this one up at 2, and that would be the score after 40 minutes of play. We're going to go to the third period now. The Bandits with a horrendous giveaway in their own end. Liam Morgan sets up Lavoie for a second of the game. The Hawks take this one 3-2. And we're going to go to some local baseball now. The Northwest AAA Prairie Pirates are in Yorkton today for a doubleheader against the Parkland Expos. In the first meeting between these two clubs, each team won a game. In today's first game, it would be the Expos who would take it 2-1. Game 2 gets underway, actually just got underway, as it began at 6 o'clock. Well, that's all the time we have in sports. Josh Ryan has your weather details up next. Stay with us.